Beer, whiskey, gin, vodka, wine, champagne. For millions of people out there, a few drinks on a sunny day or a few drinks after a hard day of work is a part of everyday routine. For some people, it's just a habit. It's what they do and it's who they are. They're drinkers and they're probably never going to change. Barbecue, a few beers. At weddings, a few glasses of champagne. Fancy restaurant, fancy wine. It seems to be that every different social event has a different alcohol to accompany it. And the vast majority of the population in the world drink this stuff. Now, that being said, I've not actually drank alcohol for over 4 years, and I hit it pretty damn hard. I had a drinking problem for almost 10 years. Now, for some people, it never really goes over those 1 or 2 drinks here and there. Yet for others, it can go incredibly out of control. And really, for the people who go out of control with their drinking, usually have some kind of mindset shift, and I'll get into that later on in the video. But today I'm going to explain what alcohol did to me. And it doesn't do this to everybody. But there was a point where I realized that if I want to live the life of my dreams, if I want to have the life that I want, alcohol is not really adding to that ideal life. And I just got to a point where I didn't want to drink anymore. Enough was enough. Like I truly was just ready to get that out of my life and just get on with things. But anyway, as I was saying, I drank alcohol for close to 10 years. And it was a very chaotic style of life. Lots of binge drinking, lots of parties, lots of hangovers, missing work, blackouts. I've done it all. And I tried to stop multiple times. I tried to stop on my own. I've been to AA meetings in the past. I've gone to a church once and just dropped on my knees and begged God to help me. I've done a lot of stuff. But there was an underlying thought that held me back. And this is really, really important for you to get your head around, because it's this thought that kept me stuck in this cycle for years. And once you kind of get your head around this thought, things will start making sense. But basically, all my drinking stemmed from one idea. Right, there was this one idea at the top and then all of this chaos underneath it. And this one idea was that I gained something from drinking alcohol. I truly believed that when I drank alcohol, I got something from it. The same way that a professional athlete has a workout and they know that they get something from that workout. It's contributing to a goal. The same way a business person makes a sale and they know that that sale is contributing to their goal of building their business. I used to feel like this with alcohol. I used to think that when I drank alcohol, I got something. Now, there was never a true, say, physical manifestation of actually gaining something, but I was under an illusion, which I will get into. But once you get your head around this, things will start making sense. But I had all of these things that I thought that I gained from alcohol. So for example, I thought that when I had a few drinks, I was a lot more confident and courageous and outgoing. I would be okay to meet new people or maybe, chat to a girl in a bar or something like that. I thought that it gave me this courage. I also thought that after I've had a stressful day, let's say an exam or there was just a difficult day or there was just something, challenging that I was dealing with. I thought a few glasses of wine, a beer, whatever, help me relax, help me forget about it, help me just calm down and feel this relief. I also used to think that I liked the taste of alcohol. I used to think that I like these IPA beers and this is a different type of wine that tastes better and this drink. And I used to think I liked the taste. I always thought that when I drank something, I gained something. But let's quickly unpack each of these, because there was a long list of things that I thought I gained from alcohol, but I just want to dive into these 3 to really show you what's actually going on here. First, I thought alcohol gave me courage. Now, I've read a lot of books about stopping drinking and a lot of books on alcohol. I've listened to a lot of podcasts. I've watched a lot of videos. I've consumed hundreds, if not thousands of hours of information on alcohol and what it really is. Now, one of the things that I learned on my journey is that alcohol does not give you courage, because courage is acting in spite of fear. If you're afraid of doing something, like let's say, for example, you need to give a public speech, right? I don't know if you've done public speaking before, but before you do a speech or a presentation, there is immense amounts of fear, right? It doesn't matter how long somebody's done that for. Every time that any public speaker goes to do a speech, there is a sense of fear. There's a sense of adrenaline and fear of the unknown, fear of judgment, fear of success, whatever it is. There's a sense of fear. But when you face that fear and act, that is being courageous. Now, for example, let's say I was in a bar and I saw, when I was single, I'm not single anymore, but I might have seen a beautiful lady and I wanted to talk to them. And I would think, okay, I'm going to talk to them. And I'd hesitate. I'd have a quick drink and all of a sudden, I can go and do it. That is not acting courageously. Because when you drink the alcohol, it removes your inhibitions, so you go and act. So this was just nonsense. I wasn't gaining any courage. In fact, if anything, every time that I acted this way, I'm not acting with courage. I'm removing the fear, so my ability to be courageous was going down, so I wasn't gaining any courage. The next thing, I thought alcohol was relaxing me. It was helping me calm down after a long day of work. But what I didn't realize is that if I drink alcohol, when I'm not drinking it, I'm in this state of discomfort because I've not got this drug in my body. And what I didn't realize is that this feeling of relief and relaxation after a hard day of work was actually the relieval of a craving. I know this is a little bit complicated for me to get into in this video. I have done another video talking about this. If you click up here, I talk more about, alcohol and relaxation and how it doesn't really relax us. But I started to realize that alcohol wasn't actually relaxing me. What it was doing was keeping me in a cycle of feeling unrelaxed all the time without drinking. Madness. The next thing is I thought I liked the taste. I really genuinely thought that I enjoyed the taste of certain beers, certain wines. I really thought that. And I had this flashback. So I read this book and this book was like, you don't like the taste, alcohol tastes foul. And I'm like, nah, you're wrong. It tastes nice. And I remembered back to a point when I was at university and I actually did an exchange semester. So I went over to Florida for one semester and did university in America. And it was awesome. And actually, I'll tell you a quick story. So whilst I was there, I remember walking at some, I don't know, like a fair or something. I don't even know what it was. I was just exploring. And I got to this place that was full of fraternities and sororities. And I'm English. I don't know about this. I don't know about this life. And I was walking through and like one person tried to talk to me. And then this other guy, he was stood there like this. And he goes, hey, you, come here. And it was this Jamaican guy. And I started talking to him, and then he was with these other brothers, and they said, you should come to the house. You should come to the house and meet the brothers. Really cool guy, super, super charismatic guy. And I went to the house, and I ended up joining this fraternity. And for Americans that are watching this, it was called Sigma Chi. And I think it was like it was a very party-styled kind of fraternity. Huge house parties, hundreds of people, hundreds of girls. It was an experience, right? And I remember at one of those parties, what they used to do is this thing called tailgating. I know Americans are going to know what this is, but for us Brits, like, it's just not a thing. Anyway, so they would start drinking at like 6 in the morning. Everybody would go to the fraternity house and there'd be these wild parties. I remember one day somebody brought, I think the name of it was Diesel. It was like this 80% alcohol that they put into a punch. And I'd never tried this before. I'd never seen it before. I was like, oh yeah, let me try it. I took the tiniest sip and I swear I was almost sick. It just burned my insides, my mouth was on fire. And that's when I realized that is alcohol, right? I thought I liked the taste of this stuff. We don't like the taste of alcohol. The alcohol that we drink is diluted or sweetened with sugar and it's just laced in chemicals. We don't like the taste of alcohol. We tolerate the taste of alcohol. What did I really gain from drinking alcohol? Now, I will get to that shortly because there was something that I gained. But what was really happening here? Well, I'll tell you some things that did happen as a result of my drinking. Number one is I put on weight. I probably added like 20, 30 pounds or 10, 15 kg. I'd lost muscle, I'd lost strength. So I definitely gained that. Every time that I drank, my confidence took hits. I was anxious. I was depressed. I was low energy. I didn't like who I was. I always felt like I was making 2 steps forward and going 3 steps back. I upset my family more times than I can count. I borrowed money off family. I had to go and live at my friend's place because I ran out of money at one point in my life. What alcohol gave me was a lot of chaos, a lot of drama, a lot of trauma. And I was always running away from me. And do you want to know what alcohol truly gave me? Nothing. It gave me nothing, not one single thing, because it's a drug. Alcohol can't give me anything. It is a drug. But I tell you what happened. It gave me a contrast, because when I was drinking alcohol, my life was just nothing like it is today. Nothing. So now I've removed alcohol. I am telling you, so many amazing things have happened. So many amazing things. Better health, a new business. I help people actually stop drinking alcohol now in my business, Sober Clear. If you actually want my help, you can click the link in the description and book a call, and you and I can see if working together could be a good match. I typically work with business owners and professionals, help them reframe the way they view alcohol, and then we use coaching to really focus on the future. If you want more details on that, definitely click the link in the description. But I've started this company, I've got into a relationship, I've traveled the entire world. So what alcohol did give me is a contrast. Now I live this great life without alcohol. I don't forget what things used to be like. I don't forget how bad things used to be. And that is what made me quit. And also, if you click the video on the screen now, you can see what happens to your body when you quit drinking alcohol.